Okay, so this video is all about safety in Tulum. Now, the common question we get is it safe here? Here's what I would tell you. I feel very safe here. You just have to use common sense. Make sure you're not walking around at night, especially in unlit areas. But I would say, generally speaking, never. I always take my scooter at night. I would also say that you want to put away all of your fancy stuff. So the nice watches, the fancy purses, the expensive jewelry, put it in the safe or leave it home. You don't need it here. It's a more chilled, relaxed environment. What happens if you do that? What could happen is they go around people who are in poverty here and they go and they look for people who are wearing it, and then they'll either use like a knife or something scary to make you give them your stuff. Now, they're not killing people or stealing people or things like that here. That's not a thing, but theft is really big. There's a huge disparity between people who have money and people who don't, and so it's something you have to be mindful of. If you're a female, please message me. I'll give you trusted taxi cab drivers. There's not a huge risk, but there's always some risk as a woman in a taxi, especially at night. We'll give you a woman's safe list so that you always feel safe taking a taxi. And then just to understand the different areas of Tulum, there's El Centro, which is the main town area, and you have a lot of mix of locals and expats. So again, I wouldn't be worried about walking around on the main street or anything like that. But on side streets, again, not a ton of walking. During the day, it's fine, but not at night. And the further away you go from the main road, the more dangerous it can get, especially away from the ocean. So just be mindful of that. The next area is Aldea Zama. Now, Aldea Zama is kind of like the Connecticut or Manhattan in New York, if you know those places. And it's very nice, but there's a lot of construction happening here in Tulum because we're growing so rapidly. So don't walk around on eggshells afraid. But again, walking around there at night, I wouldn't recommend, because El Centro and Aldea, right in between, they have what's called the invasions, which is a really poor area of Tulum. What can happen is people from that area will go into Aldea Zama, and that's where robberies can happen. Now, I would always recommend having an apartment that has nighttime security. Daytime, not such a big deal, but nighttime always, no matter what area you're in. Now, La Valletta is the next area. That's where I actually live, and where Rent a Scooter Tulum is. And in this area, we have a really thriving street called Calle 7. It's a must check out. Just go and walk it. It's kind of cool and fun. This area, again, is not any more dangerous than the other area, but we have a lot of dirt roads. There's a lot of building happening from Calle 8, which is where my store is, towards the ocean. So back there, it's less visibility, less people. Just stay off your feet. Just stay on your scooter. Easy as that. As long as you do that, you're fine. The last area to just know about is the Beach Road. Beach Road is super safe, not a lot to worry about down there. And that is the main areas of Tulum, just to know. So as you're navigating and learning the area, I would take a look at the map and I would just see the different areas so you kind of get a lay of the land. That's our video on safety in Tulum. Hopefully you found this helpful.